David Beckham is a name that will forever be associated not just with football, but with many other areas of life. He was a fashion model, a cultural icon, and a star on the green pitch, and he is famous basically everywhere in the world, even among those who don't follow football at all. This is the story of David Beckham, the legendary English midfielder. For some inexplicable reason, the football community appears to be sharply divided in their opinions of David Beckham, as he's either seen as overrated or significantly underappreciated, with little middle ground. His career stands as one of the most polarizing in the sport, and while some argue he was a genius, others dismiss him as merely a specialist in dead ball situations. So let's take a look. David Beckham's journey has been nothing short of fascinating. He may be one of the very few players whose career stages can be identified by his ever-changing and iconic hairstyles. However, before he became the iconic figure he is today, Beckham began as a slender youth player at Manchester United, and although he displayed remarkable potential, there were initial concerns about his future. Beckham's exceptional passing, set-piece expertise, and superb crosses were evident even at an early age, yet his early diagnosis of asthma, a condition affecting lung capacity and overall physical performance, raised questions about his professional prospects. Fortunately, early intervention and treatment were effective, because without them, regardless of his skills and without adequate fitness and stamina, especially for a midfielder, playing at a high level would have been unattainable. It's easy for many to forget the immense stature David Beckham held during his prime, but even fewer recognise the level of recognition he garnered as a young prodigy. His early years showcased him as one of England's most promising football talents, from excelling at Bobby Charlton's youth camp to training in Tottenham's early youth programmes, and even being named England's Under-15 Player of the Year in 1990, Beckham's reputation was established at an early age. He faced criticism for what was deemed flashy and superfluous long balls and crosses, but this never deterred him. On the contrary, his flair and brilliance were evident, surprising everyone with. Imagine witnessing a small, slender middle schooler execute long-distance crosses with such accuracy. This was a testament to his extraordinary potential. And despite living 200 miles away from Manchester, Sir Alex Ferguson had Beckham firmly on his radar. At the age of 14, Ferguson wasted no time in signing him to Manchester United's youth squad. The legendary manager's fondness for Beckham was evident, thrusting him into the men's team at just 17 and granting him a debut in the Champions League, where he scored and assisted in a victory over Galatasaray. In an era when English players are often overly hyped, it was David Beckham who set the precedent, and he lived up to every bit of it. Under Ferguson's guidance, he became a regular starter, contributing significantly to winning both the Premier League and FA Cup titles in his debut season, with impeccable playmaking, passing, vision, and dribbling skills. Beckham astonished football fans worldwide with his distinctive style of play. His crosses, set pieces, and long balls were truly awe-inspiring to witness, and even as a supporter of the opposing team, one couldn't help but be captivated by the feats he achieved. But it was in the 1996-97 season that Beckham truly soared to stardom on a global scale. While his statistics in that season, 12 goals and 10 assists in 49 appearances, may not seem staggering, it was the manner in which he achieved them that made him a joy to watch. His goals and assists were a testament to sheer beauty, and most notably, his passing and vision began to reach world-class levels. I mean, you can talk about how Beckham might have been overrated and argue that players like Kevin De Bruyne are better. However, upon closer examination, the numbers tell a different story. Analysis shows that when comparing the combined goals and assists per 90 minutes between midfielders from Beckham's era to the present, Kevin De Bruyne's 71 goals and assists per 90 minutes is impressive, but Beckham's 78 goals and assists per 90 minutes surpasses that stat. The peak of Beckham's career arrived in the 1998-99 season. In the Premier League, Manchester United and Arsenal were in a neck-and-neck battle for the top spot, and in the final match of the season against Tottenham, Beckham's clutch performance, scoring an equalising goal when United was down 1-0, ultimately helped them secure a 2-1 victory and clinch the Premier League title by a single point. This same season saw Manchester United win the Champions League title, with Beckham's perfectly placed assists from the corner contributing to their victory over Bayern Munich, and this historic season also saw them secure the FA Cup, completing Manchester United's legendary treble. Beckham finished second in the Ballon d'Or voting, trailing only Rivaldo and ranking above Andriy Shevchenko, as he concluded the season with 9 goals and 19 assists in 55 appearances. The 2000-2001 season was undoubtedly Beckham's most dominant, as he netted 16 goals and provided 7 assists in 43 appearances, winning the Premier League title and earning a spot in the UEFA Team of the Year. Beckham is unquestionably a Premier League legend, as in just under a decade, he secured 6 Premier League titles, 2 FA Cups, 2 Charity Shields, 1 Intercontinental Cup, and 1 Champions League title. He also led the Premier League in assists for 3 seasons and was included in 4 PFA Teams of the Year. Thierry Henry, arguably the greatest Premier League player of all time, praised Beckham for his ability to deliver in critical moments, and indeed, Beckham had numerous clutch moments in his career, and one standout example was his beautiful free kick from 30 yards out during the 2002 World Cup qualifiers, securing England's qualification. Luis Figo once remarked that the public image of Beckham differs greatly from who he truly is, both as a player and a person. And despite critics of Beckham claiming Roberto Carlos was the superior free kick taker on their squad, Carlos himself acknowledged that Beckham excelled in this skill, as he expressed joy in watching Beckham take free kicks and emphasised that they weren't solely about power. Perhaps the highest praise Beckham could have received came from Ronaldo himself, who lauded Beckham as one of the best of all time in the centre, commending his exceptional ball control and the ability to place the ball precisely without even looking. Ronaldo even mentioned how grateful he was for the many opportunities Beckham created for him. Interestingly, Ronaldo also stated that he and the Brazilian national team believed that if there were any English players who could have played for Brazil, Beckham would have been one of them. And another often overlooked aspect of Beckham's game was his remarkable dribbling ability, because while he may not have been the primary focal point of the attack, or as ball dominant as other legends, Beckham possessed a smooth touch and had the capability to advance or retain possession independently when necessary, and this side of his game tends to be forgotten by many. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, known for his candid remarks, also had high praise for Beckham, as he noted that anyone who had negative things to say about Beckham was likely either envious or harboured ill feelings towards him, as there was genuinely nothing negative to criticise about his game. Beckham's proficiency in set pieces and crossing is considered by many to be unrivaled in the history of football, and in his prime, Beckham was undeniably one of the most legendary midfielders of all time. While his peak years may not have endured for an extensive period, and injuries curtailed his career, Beckham's impact on the sport remains monumental. Despite criticisms of his career trajectory, especially his transition to the MLS and ventures beyond football, Beckham's influence on the game is immeasurable. Many people were introduced to football through Beckham, and one example of that is the old FIFA video games, with Beckham gracing the cover. Whether one loves or dislikes him, his legacy in the sport is indelible, solidifying his status as a true legend. Beckham's impact extends far beyond football, as his philanthropic endeavours and charitable work have left an indelible mark on communities around the globe. From UNICEF ambassadorships to initiatives aiding underprivileged children, Beckham leverages his fame for the improvement of society. As time passes, the legend of David Beckham will continue to inspire generations. His story serves as a beacon of hope, reminding us that with passion, perseverance, and a touch of brilliance, one can transcend boundaries and achieve greatness. Beckham's legacy is not confined to the football pitch. It is etched into the collective consciousness of humanity, a testament to the power of one individual to leave an enduring mark on the world. What do you think about David Beckham? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video, and we will see you in the next one.